Ladies and gentlemen, my core topics are public transportation, road and highway construction, zoning, and solid waste services. You want me to talk about one of them now?
You have 2 minutes with each, or one of them?
You have 8 minutes.
All of them. 8 minutes?
For all 4.
I can give you 8 minutes right now. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. This is the third change.
Now we're going on 2. This is how it's all run.
I was told 8 minutes first one.
Okay, so public transportation. It's an important issue. This is interconnected to roads and highway construction. There is obviously a problem with I-75 in our city and rural roads. All of them are under tremendous stress and in need of improvement. The BOCC recently had a workshop meeting. In the meeting, it was revealed that we have $347 million in unfunded projects, and the 2045 long-term transportation plan is partially funded at $517 million. We are missing $924 million on that alone. What are unfunded needs? Unfunded needs are a hidden form of taxation. They allow elected officials to hide ballooning debt from constituents while leaving the eventual fiscal collapse to be dealt with by their successors. Somewhere along the line, the Board of County Commissioners decided to let our roads go to hell in a handbasket to encourage development through lower development costs. While promoting to fight for our freedoms, the incumbent has saddled us with so much debt that can't be paid for years to come, effectively jailing us fiscally and taking away our financial freedom. Since we don't have the money to improve, we need to find ways to reduce. Public transportation is a logical alternative. There are many public transport systems that are dirty, dangerous, and costly to taxpayers. The public does not want to foot the bill. It wants a privately owned system with security and convenience. The problem has been that many of our larger towns do not have adequate low-cost commuter systems that get you within 4 blocks of your destination. Recently, the city of Ocala stated it was looking into golf carts. In the old days, we had streetcars. Some say horse-drawn carriages. Some say scooters. More on that as we find out where we want to be, given our resources and our preferences. I am not for any turnpike running through our county. Studies have shown it would not alleviate our traffic issues and would have many detrimental effects on our natural resources, not to mention our farms and our livelihoods. I think it's important that we work with the state to double-deck I-75, tuck a train under it, and work to develop creative local and low-cost transport options that fit into our culture, but not at the expense of taxpayers. Lastly, on transportation and road construction, the incumbent is getting ready to invoke the Fifth Amendment and seize private property to ensure private development can take place in one of Marion County's most treasured spots, the Ocala Jockey Club, which is in the farmland preservation area. I do not support government intrusion, nor do I support removing good people from their homes to make sure my political campaign donors can get access and egress to make marginal land developable. As for zoning changes, I am not a lover of them. I was elected 3 times as a municipal planning official, and I believe there is a rule book and everybody should play by those rules. Deciding when to break rules for some and not all is it's not businesslike, and it's just not smart. No one knows how to play the game, and no one wins making arbitrary and capricious decisions. This is best understood using the Ocala Jockey Club as an example again. The BOCC voted to grant a zoning change, a variance, and a change to our comprehensive plan against professional staff recommendations. Now the BOCC's decision has been challenged in court, and staff will now testify against them in court. Lastly, I am a solid waste expert. I used to operate the largest facility in the country. I took over a burnt-out facility and turned it into the largest producer of Class 1 compost in the nation. I was the first to meet Minnesota Class 1 compost standards, which are the toughest in the world, and I pioneered the first environmental component of the Olympic Games. I've spent the last 25 years of my life helping towns, cities, and countries with their garbage woes. I would like to make Marion County's garbage into an economic propellant that creates energy, fertilizer, and food. I met with the incumbent 12 years ago and told him what I wanted to do. He turned around and gave $20 million to Sumter County to take our waste in the future. I told him it was foolish. He went ahead anyway. Now Sumter County doesn't want to honor the deal. Now our pants are down around our knees. We're looking at increased disposal costs, and no plan has been adopted to turn our trash into offsetting revenues the county needs to improve its infrastructure. While the incumbent engages in bad planning and inappropriate waste of resources, I can change this dynamic, and I already have a plan to do so. To sum up my position on these 4 points, increase impact fees so taxpayers are not subsidizing developers. Demand offset contracts with developers to ensure that funds needed for our schools and libraries are gained. We have to work with the state on improving I-75 with a view toward adopting a privately owned public transportation system that's safe, clean, and convenient. Unless someone can show a hardship, I don't see any equitable way to approve zoning changes, variances, comp plan changes, or invoking eminent domain for private use. Lastly, turn our waste into energy, fertilizer, and food to generate offsetting revenues to improve our forgotten infrastructure and reduce debt. I am a constitutional conservative and don't agree with government intrusion into my life or yours. I don't believe in lying to the people and hiding our debt and saddling our taxpayers with debt without their knowledge or agreement. I don't believe anybody is entitled to special consideration, and I don't believe eminent domain should be used illegally. I love my county. I am well trained and not some novice and not some rookie. I've done this job before. I'm fighting for the land that I love and for the fairness and equity. If you believe in those things, please support me on November 8th. Write in Donnelly in District 4. You can learn about me at votebriandonnelly.com. My career has been extensively covered in the press in science, engineering, art, music, and consulting. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I would like to use my skill set to make Marion County better in many ways. I hope you will help me do that. Thank you.
Yeah.